Joy Taylor has been missing on her show as a co-host, Speak on FS1 for 3 days. And people are thinking, she on vacation? Nah, she might be on vacation, but not the vacation that people want her to be on. Like, it might be one of those situations where I think Fox kind of said, all right, there's some traction going on here with this lawsuit, with this defamation lawsuit or whatever it is. And if they're a big conglomerate, of course they are, they're going to want to distance themselves as much as they possibly can. So when it was reported, I know that a lot of people were like, oh, she's a woman and, she can be able to have a situation with whoever she wants to have a situation with. And I don't understand why it's such a big deal, blah, 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 all of these things. And it's just like, yeah, I get that. But when there's some other stuff going on, in regards to when there's some other person involved and they feel like something was going on where they had to be forced to do something or they were told, now it gets muddied. Now it looks like there's some manipulation and some other stuff going on. And, you never want to have that type of image for somebody. And you never want this type of thing to come out, especially in a workplace. So originally, yes, it is her privacy in regards to who she wants to sleep with and all that stuff. If she want to live foul and, sleep with whoever she was sleeping with when she was married, cool. But there's a lot of moving parts here, man. And this might be a wrap for her. Now, I remember we were talking about this a while ago, Silent Assassin. So thoughts on if this is the end of Joy Taylor on FS1, or is this just a way for them to maybe lay low, like have her lay low for a while until it blows over? Because these things tend to do that sometimes. So, what do you think it is? Do you think that it's them saying, okay, we've made a decision, we haven't made it official yet? Or is this something like, hey, listen, just kind of lay low for a while and then we can be able to kind of resurface you at a later point?
I think it's definitely damage control to kind of, obviously for the platform to
Right.
have like its reputation and whatnot, but also too, like from I remember she had said like, oh, like if he tries to do something, just say he came on to
Right.
like.
Which is foul.
That's I feel like a charge.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
So having that in the workplace, I feel like is not a situation you want to have or something you want to teach, especially the whole Me Too movement and what women have been through in that
Right.
type of workplace. For you to do that is crazy.
Yeah, I
So I
agree.
feel like she shouldn't really be allowed back in the door. So
Yeah. I mean, listen, if they're going to show her the boot, they show her the boot. It's. I think, listen, she's talented. I think she has some decent takes, but if they decide to go in another direction, I think she'll be able to, create her own space. And independent media is something that's very, very big at this point. So she'll bounce back. But a lot of people were put in a bad situation. They're put in a tough spot. And if whatever she said, if that's true, obviously it's being reported, it's hearsay, but if that is true, man, like people would look at you a lot differently if that's the type of mindset that you have, where you can be able to do as much foul shit as you want to, and then if you get busted or somebody says something, you're gonna just switch up and use the SA word or phrase or whatever it is. Like that's nasty work.
Mm-hmm.
That's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they deserve to throw the book at you, at whatever it is, whether you got to pay a fine, whether you got to pay a civil, whatever it is, like, yeah, you deserve to catch it. You know what I'm saying? So.
because it's obviously if a situation does happen, it makes people question, like, oh, is this real?
Yeah,
When that shouldn't be a thing. Like, if
exactly.
someone's brings something like that serious to the table, be like, okay, like, we believe you,
Yeah,
let's figure it out. But for her to just be like, oh, he just did this to me, and it's not true. It's, they're ruining the man's reputation when he's just a good guy doing everything right.
facts.
Everything's like agreed upon on both parties, and then she's like, oh, well, he did this, so,
Yeah,
and then ruin someone's whole life.
yeah. No, it's foul.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
foul. It's definitely foul.